Inverted arrow signs as markers of the hidden Yamashita treasures, Part 3. In this third-part series of the arrow signs used as markers by the Japanese Imperial Army on their hidden Yamashita treasures, we are going to cover the so-called inverted arrows. For those who do not have any idea about inverted arrows, these are still traditional-looking arrow signs, but they have opposite meanings. Thus, this topic is quite important, especially to the immature treasure hunters. You have to know that when it comes to inverted arrow signs, following the direction indicated by their arrowheads actually leads you into the wrong direction. The correct direction is the opposite direction, which is at the back of the arrow sign marker. As the very first arrow sign that we are going to feature in this video is this, which looks no different from an ordinary arrow sign marker. Into the eyes of an amateur, they will surely interpret it the wrong way, where they will follow the direction indicated by the arrowhead. Just like what I previously stated a while back, the correct direction indicated by this inverted arrow sign is at the back portion. And we have here the second inverted arrow sign marker. You will notice that it looks the same as the marker shown in the previous video. But if you are going to look closely, you will notice that the arrowheads of this one are inside the body of the arrow sign marker. It is also possible that this is the type of inverted arrow sign that you will discover. It is almost the same as the previous inverted sign, but the difference is that it has 3 small lines below it. What you are seeing right now in this illustration is another inverted arrow signs, which consists of arrowheads that are pretty much close to one another. At the back end portion, it has a circular symbol which represents the hidden item. Overall, this confirms that the item is in the opposite direction. Just like what is being shown in this illustration, the body of the arrow sign is not straight but in the form of waves. The problem with this marker is that it has similarities to several other arrow signs. So when you encounter this marker on your site, then it is best to perform a trial and error method. This way, you can confirm the correct side. This marker consists of 6 arrowheads that are closely aligned to one another. If this is the kind of inverted arrow sign that you found, it means that you should follow the opposite direction, which is at the opposite side of the arrowheads. If you have watched the other previous video, you may have noticed that this inverted arrow sign is similar to one of them. But if you are going to take a look closely, you will notice the difference, which is on the number of the arrowheads. The trap version of this sign only has 3 arrowheads, while this one has 6. In all of the inverted arrow signs that I have shown you in this video, this one, which is based on my personal experience, is very common. I have already encountered it several times in our past projects, which proves the legitimacy of its meaning. So just like the other markers, the correct direction is at the opposite side of the arrowhead. If the small short line at the middle is not slanting, then it can also be simply straight, just like what is shown in this illustration. This marker is composed of several symbols. You might already be familiar with the symbols at the back portion of this arrow sign marker. It is actually a common symbol that represents the hidden treasure deposits that are in the form of boxes, filled with gold bars. And if you are going to notice, the arrow sign looks similar to the second marker shown in this video a while back. The symbol at the tip is what confirms that this is the wrong direction. We can clearly see that this marker has an arrow sign that is pointing towards the left direction. Then at its back portion, it has an additional oblong symbol. Since this is an inverted arrow sign, the part where it has this oblong-shaped symbol is the correct direction that you need to follow. This is one among the inverted arrow signs, where many amateur treasure hunters often got mistaken in interpreting correctly. Now that you have seen it here, you should take note of it so that you won't fall on the same mistake, just like the others. This inverted arrow sign can be easily remembered since you are already familiar with its symbols. It simply consists of a traditional arrow sign, and a symbol that looks like the letter F at the tip of the arrowhead. This F symbol at the tip of the arrowhead indicates that at this side is the wrong direction, and the correct one is at the opposite.